Hey, thanks for stopping by the attic again. Hope you're having a great day. In this video, I'm going to give a quick update about this Aprilaire whole house dehumidifier. I first installed this thing 9 months ago in March of 2022. I made a DIY video about it. I will put a link in the description. 1 month ago, in November of 2022, I made some modifications to this thing. I moved it to a different spot in the attic. I moved the ductwork. I moved the condensate drain line. But most important, I wired this thing. You can see the wire right here. I wired it into my HVAC unit. I also made a video about that. So that was about a month ago. This thing is working so much better. I should have wired it into the blower fan, the blower motor of my HVAC unit the first time I installed it. Today is December 14th, 2022. So I wasn't really expecting to be able to make this update video about the whole house dehumidifier until the spring, but I forgot that I live in Georgia. Okay, so I moved this thing, or I posted that video on November 10th. So throughout November and December here in Georgia, we've been in the 60s and 70s. Sometimes at night, we're down in the 30s and 40s. But for a lot of time, we're still in the 60s and 70s, and it's been raining a lot. That means the humidity in Georgia has been very high. So I've had enough time to test this thing, and it works so much better. The original way that I installed it, I'm going to call it short cycling. It was not running long enough. You know, it was working a little bit. I talk about that in the other videos. It worked a little bit. It was helping with the humidity a little bit. But now it runs for a very long time. You know, it comes on every hour. It tests the humidity. Every time it comes on, it also kicks this blower motor on, whether the HVAC unit is running or not. So it's pushing the air, the dehumidified air, all the way through the house. So this thing doesn't run for just a couple minutes, you know. It might run for 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatever. It runs a lot longer. Depends on how humid it is, how much humidity it has to remove. So right now I have this thing set at 54% humidity. And my house, according to the hygrometer, the little meter thing that I have, it shows that the house is around 50%. Now, it is a cheap Amazon hygrometer that I got. At some point, I'll probably maybe try to get some better ones. But it usually stays around 50%. Of course, I'll see it go up to like 53 or 55%, you know, when it's warm, when it's raining. Once this thing kicks on, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, it brings it back down. You know, most of the time when I walk past that thing, it's sitting at 50%. So this thing, it's working great. Now inside our spray foamed house, 50%, if that hygrometer is correct, that seems to be pretty comfortable. You know, a year ago, we were dealing with like 70% humidity in the house. It was miserable. I don't have any other kind of controller on this thing. If you haven't watched my other videos, I do not have a thermostat that controls this thing or a separate Aprilaire unit, whatever. There's one you can put like downstairs in your house. I don't have any of that. I simply use the control panel on the side of this thing. What about the power bill increase? I really don't know yet. I've only been running this thing in this configuration for 1 month. Now my power bill did go up $30 this month, but I don't really think that's because of this. On the last power bill, we just had several weeks, I think 3 weeks out of that power bill, my HVAC unit was not even turned on. We were just at a good fall temperature. I didn't need the air conditioner. I didn't need the heat. So we went a long time with the HVAC not running. This power bill was $30 higher. So every time this comes on, the HVAC unit you know, well, just the blower motor comes on. So it's going to raise your power bill a little bit, but you know, the condensing unit or whatever, I don't know the HVAC terms, the whole system's not running, just that one blower motor. And the power bill increase, I'm not going to totally blame it on this, because also we're getting closer to winter. We've had colder temperatures at night. We've been running the heat a little bit more. So maybe in the future, like in the spring and summer, I'll be able to tell if this thing is really adding to the power bill. I really don't think so. I mean, this unit here, I've mentioned it in other videos, it draws very little power. So the only thing that would be increasing it is the fact that this blower motor here, fan, whatever it is, the fact that it's running. But I really don't feel like just that fan alone is going to add much to the power bill. I really do think overall, with this unit running properly and the humidity being at a comfortable level, like I said, I think around 50% we've been pretty happy with. I feel like my HVAC units might actually be running a little bit less. Now, of course, we're in fall and the temperatures are right. It's cold at night, it's warm during the day, so the house is in a spot where that's probably helping the fact that these are not running as much. But I think with the lower humidity, like when it warms up in the afternoon in the 60s and 70s, we really don't need the air conditioner as much, because with the lower humidity, it doesn't feel as hot in the house. Now, of course, that's not gonna apply in the spring and summer in Georgia. You know, of course, we're gonna have air conditioning. I know there's at least one other thing I wanted to mention in this update video, but I can't remember what it is right now. If you're thinking about using spray foam, be sure to do your research. I know that I hate it and I regret using it. Good luck on any project that you're working on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.